Hi, I'm Thorn Bishop and welcome to Top Secret Inc. Today we're walking through issue number 3 of Harley Quinn Volume 1 Preludes and Knock Knock Jokes by DC Comics. Now just take a seat and enjoy the ride. At the beginning of issue 3, we open up with Harley loading a single bullet into a chamber of a revolver, giving it a spin, and now it's time for some Russian roulette. She's playing He Loves Me Not with a gun, which is peak Harley energy right here. 3 clicks of the pistol, it goes off, but not into Harley's head. Nope, straight into a mannequin of the Joker. Apparently, he loves her not. Subtle as a brick, right through a window, this one. Back to the lair, Harley and Ivy are just chilling out, but Harley's freaking out because she's single. The Joker doesn't love her. Ivy's trying to be a supportive friend with her "you don't need no man" routine, but Harley doesn't want to hear it. In her panic, Harley starts rummaging through a pile of trinkets and grabs what looks like a fire extinguisher and starts spraying Ivy with it. The bottle says "Weed be gone." Ivy starts screaming, "I'm melting!" like the Wicked Witch of the West, which is honestly hilarious. I'm guessing this is Harley's way of saying, I need some time to think by myself, though I don't think Ivy actually got hurt with the weed extinguisher. Next, we jump to Harley by herself watching TV and sucking on a lollipop. She's watching a daytime talk show, and the topic of today's show is men who don't love their women, because apparently the universe has a sick sense of humor about timing. Harley's day is definitely not getting off to a great start. Then we get the classic shoulder angel devil situation. A little angel version of Dr. Harleen pops up on Harley's shoulder, telling her to get her mind off the Joker, to keep busy, and maybe find some work and make some money to stay afloat. You know, like practical advice. But then on the other shoulder pops the little Joker, devil with a trident, telling her it's a waste of time, she only needs to do one big job, enough to keep her going for a while. And here is where she sees the happiness on her own face. She's completely delusional about the Joker, who literally just tried to murder her a few days ago. Classic toxic relationship behavior, but definitely with more explosives. We cut to a scene where there's a bunch of mobsters are just chilling at a social club when someone comes crashing through the sunroof, smashing glass everywhere. Batman? Nope. Just Harley making the grand entrance because apparently doors are just for losers. One mobster named Nix pulls out a gun on Harley, and she just cold cocks him right in the nuts. He drops like a sack of potatoes, and suddenly everyone's got knives out, and they're closing in on a smiling Harley. Because nothing says I'm having a great day like being surrounded by armed criminals while grinning like a homicidal maniac. Now we got 2 guys racing into the bar like they're a bride late for their own wedding. Their names happen to be Mr. Zed and Mr. Abel. They get inside, Harley offers them a seat. But unfortunately, there's none available because all of the unconscious bodies are everywhere. The 2 new goons find out Harley's responsible for all the damage. Impressed, they pick Nix up off the floor and they get him out of there because apparently Harley's resume now includes single-handedly defeated an entire mob hangout. We get to a scene where Nix wakes up from being unconscious, and we find out that Two-Face is the big bad here. He's not very happy that Batman beat everyone up. Then Harley magically appears from the Raptors, telling him it wasn't Batman, it was the best piece of ass in Gotham. Two-Face isn't very impressed with her sales pitch, so he tells his goons to kill her while he's flipping his coin. Because, you know, that's how you make all your important decisions in life. But before the guns started blazing, Harley somehow manages to sweet-talk her way into a position as second in command for Two-Face. She even gets the goons to vouch for her credibility, which honestly is quite impressive salesmanship here. The coin gets flipped again, and Two-Face hires her. She tries to celebrate with them, but that ends up as being a huge fail. These guys don't have any sense of humor at all. A really tough crowd. Two-Face gives her her first job. There's a guy out there named Oscar Cartwright who's got a hot mistress named Dana and a super hot wife named Anya. Anya knows about Dana and doesn't even have a problem with it because she's happy with all the money and their current arrangement. The job is for Harley to kidnap Oscar so that they can get ransom money from both the wife and the mistress, double dipping on the extortion. This is the sweetest business deal all week. We jump to Oscar and the Penguin at the Iceberg Lounge. Cartwright's thanking Penguin for his discretion regarding the situation with his mistress, backing that gratitude up with a big wad of cash to keep his mouth shut. As Cartwright and Dana leave the club and open the limousine door, there's Harley with a huge revolver. They pull Dana and Cartwright into the limo where Two-Face is also waiting. They explain that Dana's gonna get dropped off and inform the wife about the ransom demands. The limo stops, the door opens, and Nix pulls Dana out of the car. He grabs her by the hair to get her moving and ends up yanking off a wig. Wait a second. That's not Dana. That's Anya. Here's where we find out that Dana and Anya are the same person with a split personality complex. And Harley looks like she's gonna cream her pants because Oscar loves her and accepts her mental issues. She's not even in therapy, and this is the most romantic thing Harley's ever seen. Because nothing says true love like accepting your partner's dissociative identity disorder without professional help, right? Two-Face is like, screw that, and shoots Oscar in the arm, then grabs Miss Dana Anya. Now they're gonna kidnap her because he thinks he'll be able to get more money that way, because she has two personalities, and that would make the perfect girlfriend for Two-Face. Then Harley busts out a revolver on Two-Face again. This time she's trying to save the damsel in distress, because this was an impulsive decision to save another crazy girl from a madman. Hey, that kind of sounds like deja vu. Two-Face calls his goons to take out Harley. She tumbles and backflips while firing her revolver, but apparently the gun was spring-loaded with a cork and grease. The impact hits the windshield of the goon's car, causing them to lose vision from the oil-covered window and crash into another car. It's like Home Alone, but with more felonies. Two-Face tries to run and hide in the theater with Miss Dana Anya, but Harley just drop kicks him into a seat in the upper level. She's about to shoot him while he's down, but with brute strength, he rips the railing from the side of the seat and clocks Harley right in the head with it. I mean, that's gotta hurt. Harley stumbles back and tips over the railing of the theater balcony. She's hanging there by one arm outside of the railing when Two-Face offers his hand, as long as she admits her defeat. Harley takes the offer and pulls him over the railing, dropping him onto the hard lower level. Classic Harley move right there. Harley's still hanging there on the railing and asks Miss Dana Anya for a hand. Dana offers to help, and Harley grabs her hand and pulls her over the railing too. Now both of them are hanging over the railing, and Harley's just straight up like, I'm gonna blackmail you for cash because you know what? If you don't give me money, then everyone's gonna know your secret. But hey, let's not call it blackmail. Let's call it a reward for saving your life twice. And folks, that's how you turn a rescue mission into a business opportunity. Harley Quinn, entrepreneur extraordinaire.